Hi everybody, it's Amazing Zane here, and today we have another throwback review on the channel. This is set number 60132, the LEGO City Service Station set, released in 2016 with 515 pieces and 4 minifigures. And so far, this is actually the biggest set that I have reviewed on my throwback review series. And this set actually has 2 builds, which we will both look at, but before looking at the main builds, I thought we'd talk about the vehicles. The first vehicle is this tow truck design, which is pretty simplistic, but it gets the job done. I like the details in the back, especially with this bar here. And you got some clips on the side for some tools. And there's some doors on either side, but they're not really very well. And you can fit one minifigure in the cab, but you have to really raise up their arms because of because of the doors. And there's also a hook on the back, which you can tow the other car in the set, and the car's got a hook on the back as well, so you can tow it this way as well if you want, which is pretty good. And here's the other car in the set, this burgundy car, which I think looks really nice, and I do like the design of this a lot, especially with the wheels, and it's very compact, while at the same time it looks really modern. And something that was kind of surprising was this car can actually fit 2 people thanks to the steering wheel being here, so you can have two kind of person in the front and one passenger sitting in the back like this, and which I think is a pretty good aspect of its design, if you ask me. And the last build in the set is this street sweeper, which looks pretty good. It's got these bristles in the front, this was my first time getting them, but you kind of gotta hold it down to, you can kind of see, gotta hold them down to get them to roll. But, yeah, I like the pieces used, and the cab has space for one minifigure. I'm not putting these minifigures in any specific order, just grabbing. But there's clips on the side, like the tow truck, for a broom and a shovel. And the middle has this joint which can actually turn like this. And the back opens up. Ooh, let me show you the printing on the back, which I also really like a lot. And the back just has a space for a little trash bin in here, which is a nice touch. The final vehicle in the set is this bicycle, which is it's pretty standard, but it rolls pretty well on its own, and you can also you fit a minifigure on here like this, which I think it looks pretty nice, and it still rolls really nice even with the figure. Now, there's one last thing before we get into the design of the service station, and that's this sign here. And I like this. It looks like those signs for gas station you see on the highway, and I think that it's a decent height, and it's pretty tall compared to a minifigure. I like all the signs, like with the Octane logo and the gas, but it does very much have a camera unfriendly side when viewing it from the back. It's very plain. I mean, maybe they could have had done some like stickers with 2x2 inverted tiles, but I get why they didn't. Now on to the main build of the service station itself, and I have got to say, I really like the design of this set, because this looks like something that you would see on a highway somewhere, and it's very realistic in that sense, but it also provides a good idea of LEGO. It provides a good sense of that LEGO aesthetic, and I like that a lot. So you get these like this awning that they have, sort of, with these little grates for light, and in the stickers that go all the way around. You have a car you can put here, and this is an identical design to on the other side, so we'll just look at it from here. You got a little gas nozzle with a sticker for the prices, and you can like, you can have minifigures hold it, but there are no real gas tanks in Lego City cars, so that's not really. There is a stud on the hood of this car, but that's not really what it's supposed to be for. And before we see what's on the other side, around the back, I like the interior a lot. This has got some good shelf design with the stand, and I'm not really sure what these are supposed to be. As a kid, I remember them to be like thinking of them as multi-packs of something like bottled water, but now I see them as closer to windshield wiper fluid cans or motor oil cans or something else like that. So that's a nice design detail. And here's another space where where two people can sit and have pizza. I do wish there was like a place to microwave the pizza, like a place to put something up here, but I understand with the 2-in-1 aspect of the set, which we'll look at later, they couldn't do that. And on the other side, there's actually an electric vehicle charging station with this string piece, which was my first time doing it and getting this piece. And yeah, you can attach it and have your car charge up like this. There's also a little stand out here with a Lego ad on one side, and an ad for this fictional newspaper within Lego on the other. They got a sign on top with some lights as well, there, and there. One other thing that I forgot to mention is just a small detail on the top of the station with these two pieces with Technic pins on them, which were actually a major part of something I really like in the second build, so I just wanted to point them out. And the front, which we never really looked at, you have an ad for City Pizza, probably relating to that pizza in there, open 24/7 sign, and another trash bin. And yeah, like I said when we first started looking at this, I like the design of this a lot because it has a really good balance between realism and the Lego aesthetic of the set, and I think that this is a really good, well-designed set, and I had a lot of fun with it as a kid. So now let's take a look at the set's minifigures. The first 2 of 4 minifigures in the set are gas station attendants, and while neither of them have leg printing, I still like the designs of these, especially with the torso prints. I prefer the design of the color scheme of this guy with how the torso and the legs match, whereas this guy, with this one, they don't match. And they both have pretty generic face prints as well, but I like the hairpiece that was used for the person on the left. This was my first time getting that hairpiece, actually in that color, and I really like the design and the color of it a lot. And here is the back printing. The torsos are identical, so the back printing is the same, but there's a look at them, and this guy does not have an alternate face. Now here are the other 2 characters in the set. This customer here is supposed to, I think, be the owner of the burgundy car, and this guy is the street sweeper driver. I kind of wish that in the second build they actually do design the figures a little differently, which I do prefer. But I think that these designs are pretty well, even, again, very common torso prints. But I think that for this set and for the context of the set, they work. And here is, again, what they look like from the back, and she does not have an alternate face. So here is the alternate build for the set. This one resembles kind of more of a workshop than a gas station. But let's start with the vehicles first, like we did before. So there's a little go-kart here with this Octan logo on the front from the sign, and I like this, the way it rolls. So by the way, this build doesn't use all pieces from the original. Unfortunately, you got a bunch of pieces left, which I built this out of. See, I mean, I understand they can't use everything, but this is still pretty good. So I'm not too fazed by it. But this go-kart is pretty good. They made the burgundy car, they converted it into a convertible, but I like the design of this. They make you swap the colors of the 2 the pieces for the front here and here, which kind of bothers me. I understand why they did it because they had the white fenders on the tow truck, but yeah, in here you got space for one minifigure. By the way, the minifigures are slightly different, which we'll look at later. But yeah, you can fit one minifigure in here. There's also this pickup truck with a tow cable in the back, and I like the design of this as well. And that also has room for one minifigure, but again, you have to raise the arms really high up because of the doors. Now, my favorite thing about this alternate build is the car wash built with the gas nozzles and with the street sweeper bristles. So you drive them up. Doesn't always work as well as you hope, but the idea is it goes and like that. Yeah, so you can drive it through this. I really like the design of this, but it's not really easy to tell where exactly is the starting point. I'm guessing this is either the start or end, judging by this. That's pretty good. There, before the main build, there's this little stand with which probably meant to be a newsstand, which is a small design. I like it as well. And the main build is this area here. We got 2 garages. Well, not really garage, but they repurposed the winch from the tow truck into a crane cable so you can lift up a car. And they also have this over here where you can also drive a car up to. I think this is meant more for the go-kart, and they got the panels from the gas station here. Maybe this is supposed to be something like a tire changing rig. I do kind of wish it was here, but I tried to actually rebuild this assembly so that it could fit in there, and it wouldn't work. So yeah, this crane is also kind of detachable, but I don't think it's meant to be removed. And they also have a desk with kind of like an outdoor pizza making stand. It looks okay. I mean, I think it's okay. It's just kind of a nice addition, and there's some tools on the side of a hammer and a wrench, and I like the way the broom and shovel are in here as well as this little gas tank. But inside, you got the motor oil cans out here next to the City Pizza sign, and inside here is a much smaller interior than the last build. But here's what the inside looks like. You got the shelf from before and a much taller counter, but you can also seat somebody here as sort of a waiting area, and that's pretty nice, I think. But the interior is just way smaller compared to the other one. But yeah, here's everything in the alternate build. Pretty good, and like I said before, the car wash is my favorite piece of the set. Oh, by the way, the bicycle is back. It's the same build as the other one, but now let's see how the minifigures are varied in this one. So here is what the figures look like in the other build, and I have to honestly say that I prefer the way the parts are organized in these figures better than in the official build, because now the 2 gas station attendants have matching uniforms, and I like that a lot better than this guy having a cap and him having hair and one of these guys having the dark blue legs. I think it looks much better this way with the matching uniforms. And here's another look at them from the back once again. So that wraps up my review of the 2016 LEGO City Service Station set. I think that there are a lot of really excellent design elements to this, and I think that the cars, especially this burgundy car, are really well designed. And another thing I like about it is the 2-in-1 aspect of the set, which they have 2 builds. And yeah, but the thing that I love the most about the set, like I've been saying, is how this set manages to combine a sense of realism with LEGO's aesthetics by making this thing look like something you could actually see in real life while still giving it that LEGO charm with aspects like the City Pizza sign and obviously the Octan logos and stuff. And I think that is a really fun aspect of the set. It's kind of a shame that LEGO hasn't really done a set like this since. I'd be happy with which is another service station set on a similar scale to this one. And by the way, the price of the set was actually $90 back in the day, so I wouldn't put it past Lego to charge that or more for the set if they were to do it today. But yeah, just as I was saying, the set is really good, and I also like a lot of things about the second alternate build. As for the alternate build, like I said before, I really like the car wash, and I think this is my favorite part of the alternate builds. Although, even if it is a little finicky, and the pickup truck design is also really nice. However, I understand that they couldn't include a car wash in the original build, so I wish they had included some form of a fueling station in this build. I guess this could be a fueling station if you use your imagination a bit. But also, I also think the interior could have been a little bigger and expanded out. But I still like this alternate build for what it is, and it was really creative of Lego to do this back then. But yeah, that wraps up my review of this set, and thank you very much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again soon. Peace!